Shifting now to the war in Ukraine, the Army and Navy conducting hypersonic missile tests in Virginia yesterday. The missiles can travel over 5 times the speed of sound and can change direction while in flight. This as Russia threats using tactical nukes again in Ukraine. This has gone on for months now. Joining us for reaction to this, retired Air Force Brigadier General and Newsmax contributor Blaine Holt. General Holt, good morning. Good to see you.
Good morning to you. Happy Friday Eve in Newsmax parlance.
Friday Eve, here we go. We go 7 days a week at Newsmax, but for us, it's Friday Eve. Although I see you on the weekends too, General. You don't stop. You don't stop. Okay, so these tests were done at a NASA facility in Virginia. According to the Pentagon, these tests were a success. What do you make of the timing, and are we clearly trying to send a message to President Putin and President Xi in China?
Oh, yeah. We've got to send a message of military readiness, strength. I'm all for that. But these are high-end weapons that we have, and they're coming up on status, and they need to be tested. I'm happy to see readiness levels shown to the world that we have that strength. What I was hoping that could get reported is overtures of diplomacy, a new forum that's created, a dialogue, a hotline, something that starts to de-escalate this very dangerous rhetoric that eventually could become real.
Okay, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said yesterday that lawmakers in the House are going to try and pass at least another $60 billion aid package for Ukraine. They're going to try to do it in December before Republicans likely take over in January. My question to you, is that the right move? Do you expect Republicans to continue to fund this war if they do retake the House and the Senate?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know an American, left or right, up, down, that has confidence that the money being spent is accounted for properly. And so if you need more resources from the American people to keep us safe, do tell. Tell us what you've spent the money on. Tell us where it's going. Make sure that there's no corruption in that money. We are very skeptical of that. And now you want $60 billion more dollars. And what will that do? And what's it going to do? Because right now we're not giving you a passing grade on how this has been handled so far in a very deterrable war.
Certainly something to watch there. General, we had Victoria Coates on yesterday, and we were talking about this, reporting in the Washington Post. 30 House Democrats sent a letter to the president's office at the beginning of the week asking him to seek diplomacy in Ukraine. They then pulled that letter back less than 24 hours later. I'll ask you the same question I asked Victoria Coates yesterday. What do you make of that? Why would they do that?
It's a symphony, Rob. This is the percussion section getting out of step with the orchestra conductor. And they put something out there that was absolutely not acceptable to the powers that be, who really have not made the overtures in diplomacy. And so it was, I think, an honest letter, totally supported what they were saying. And then by the end of the day, dashing all our hopes by saying, our bad. No, this isn't what we meant at all.
I think it's so funny they had to pull the letter back. If it's Republicans, they send letters all the time. The letter just gets ignored. Okay, so when it comes to using these tactical nukes, Vladimir Putin, it's saber rattling until he actually uses one. So it is literally saber rattling until the eve before he uses one the next day. He did a big test with some very powerful weapons yesterday. He was there. He watched the test happen. What do you make of this? Because he's not doing this normally. He's doing it now, though.
Yeah, he's building a narrative. He's getting backed into a corner badly in Russia on all sides. And this is the danger. So with him in a corner, this nonsense about dirty bombs being created by the Ukrainians creates this possibility for him to respond to his false flag.
Right.
My concern is we've got United States forces in very close proximity to his, and there is a definite spiraling path here depending upon what his choices are. At the same time, some of his leaders on the battlefield, Prigozhin and Kadyrov, are feeling a lot of heat from their people and are openly dissenting how Putin's prosecuting the war.
All right, General, we'll keep an eye on it. Thanks so much for being with us. If I do not see you tomorrow, have a great weekend.
Happy Halloween.
Yes, that's right. I know what I'm going to be. I can't tell you, but I'll show you pictures, General. Tuesday morning.
Looking forward to it.
That's right. That's right. Okay. I think I might be General Holt for Halloween. All right, General, thank you. Appreciate it. Alex?
No crooked establishment.
None of that twisting the
truth.
No talking down to me.
Don't tell me how to think.
Don't tell me how to think.
Don't tell me how to think.
I trust Newsmax.
Newsmax.
They don't tell me how to think.
They let
me decide.
Newsmax.
Real news
For real people.